What is going on YouTube? This right here is my new Sony FX3 Cinema line camera. This is not going to be an in-depth review. I haven't had this camera that long, but I'm going to go around this camera and talk about some of the things on it and what I like about this camera. I do have a video. I had to unrig this video. I do have a rig video in which I did rig this camera up. I'll leave it in a card so you can check that out if you want to. But let me go ahead and start with the exterior of the camera. Of course, you've got 1080p, 4K, you've got 422 10-bit in this camera. You've got all eye. Okay, where am I going to start first? This is supposed to be a rigless, well, kind of like a built-in cage, because you see the mounting points are on top. I'm going to get back to those in a minute. These two in particular. You have a hot shoe. You have a mounting point right here. You have a mounting point on the side here. And you have a mounting point right here. You have a menu. And this is a video-centric camera anyway. This is really the innards, the inside of this, the sensor and everything, is the A7S III. And when that camera came out, the A7S III, I did want that camera, but it wasn't in my budget. But this camera now is in my budget, and I'm glad that I was able to get this one instead of the A7S III. Okay, let's talk about the exterior. I really love this gray finish around part of this. It's a part of Sony's cinema line, and some people say this is not really a cinema camera because it's missing some DCI, missing true 24p, and it doesn't have built-in ND filters. Those things right there being missing on here are not a problem for me. Well, let's go ahead and talk about the exterior of this. You have, and what I'm about to talk about now is what makes this a video-centric camera. You have your peaking, you have shutter right here. Everything is labeled zebra, focus magnification, and on the top you have your ISO, white balance, iris. Now these are customizable. These buttons are customizable, but I'm going to leave them as they are. Of course, you've got your mounts around the camera. One thing I don't like about this mount at the bottom, there should have been two right here, because if you ever have to put like a, just use this as an example right here. If you ever have to put this on here, this plate, a plate right here, tripod mounting plate, with only one on here, the bottom, this is going to eventually start twisting after a while. But if you got two, but if there were two mounting points on here, it would hold tight. But just one mounting point down here, this is going to twist after a while. And this is a full frame sensor camera, of course. You've got your zoom rocker if you have a power zoom lens. I have a prime lens, a Sony prime lens. This is a 24 millimeter. This is an f1.4 Sony prime G Master lens. I'm going to put that on in a few minutes or so. But you've got a fully flippy articulating screen. If you want to vlog, you can turn it that way so you can, do the vlog thing. Really nice. You've got cooling vents on here, on this side. And I believe, yeah, and you got cooling vents on the bottom right here. You got cooling vents here, and you got cooling vents right there. Here's your battery compartment. a nice distance from the mounting point, so you don't have a problem if you have to take the battery out. You don't have to worry about unmounting this from your tripod or anything like that. You've got a function button, menu, mode. This is your power switch right here. You turn that on, you push it this way like that. Turn it off, turn it that way. Okay, going to the side, and let's go around the front. You've got your lens release. There's a full frame sensor goodness. I'm going to put that on. I don't like leaving that sensor exposed. You've got a record button right here, and you've got a record button here. Again, these are customizable. You can make this record button something else. I'll probably leave it as is. You got your shutter button, of course, your zoom rocker, and you've got your little cursor thing right here. I forgot what you call this right here. Again, hot shoe. You've got your 2 stereo microphones right here. I believe this is your focus assist and your light right here. You've got a record tally lamps. In fact, this thing has like 3 of these, which is another big differentiating factor from the Sony a7S III. You've got a record light right here, right there. This illuminates, and this illuminates. I will show you later on in the video. And of course, this illuminates. This is your SD card slot. It can take SD cards, and it can take CF Express cards. That's 600 megabits per second. This is your battery door. Close it like that. Lock it. And to open this right here, to take your lens off, you just do like that when you have a lens on here. Very nice. Going to the side right here, you have full HDMI. These doors on here feel pretty good. They don't feel cheap. They're not plastic. You've got your headphone jack here. Headphone jack, and you've got your microphone jack. Micro USB and full size USB type C on deck. Full that's your USB type C and your micro USB. Really nice. I really like that full size HDMI. Really nice. And these, as I said before, these doors are really nice. They feel pretty sturdy. Nice. Now I'm going to talk about, I almost forgot about these. These straps right here, they're integrated into this. If you want to put a strap or something on here, you can do it for each side. And they're pretty nice. And they don't make any noise or anything like that. Really, really nice. The grip on here, I like it. I have medium-sized hands. Let me see if I can show you that. Bottom. My pinky does kind of slip off the bottom, so if you have huge hands, but this works for me. I mean, this is a tool, what will work for me may not work for you. And this camera does have some nice heft to it. It doesn't feel cheap. It has a nice weight to it. All right, let's get to the handle. This is the handle. I already have, this is a Condor Blue. This is an extension handle. I talk about this handle in my other video, which shows me rigging my FX3 up. I've already got a mic on here and everything like that. But we've got 2 XLR inputs up under here. You have an on and off power to this handle. You can turn this handle off if you want to, right here. And to turn it off, it doesn't like just push, you can't just push it over and slide it over or anything like that. There's this little button right there, right? This little button right there, that little button. You have to push that down to turn it off. And if you want it back on, you can't just push it over. You have to push this little button in. There's a little button, which is good. I mean, if you accidentally hit this or something like that, you don't have to worry about turning it on and off. You have to hit this little tiny button. You have to hit that little tiny button right there, which is really nice. There's actually 3 mounts on here, mounting points on here on this handle. One is about right there where I have that bolt in. It's under, a little bit under here, halfway covered up. And there's one right in that little hole in there. It's right, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of like covered up by the handle. And there's a mounting point in there, which I'm using to mount this camera. I mean, this Condor blue handle on. So you got 3 mounting options on here. You've got your different controls right here. Now, I'm not an audio guy or anything. I'm still learning this camera and this handle. You've got different controls on here and everything. You can pause that if you like, if you know about audio handles. I'm just still learning. You have like a little door you can close that with. And you've got your 2 XLR inputs. You've got a 3.5 millimeter jack input right here, right up under that door. You've got a mic input right there. It has a little door of its own so you can close it. And under here, let me see what's under here. There's a, looks like a micro USB port up under there, maybe for updates or something. There are a little, and up under here, there is a, you can, like if you have your shotgun microphone on here, your XLR mic, there's some little wire holders. See these right here? You can put that in there. That will hold that right there. And there's your connection at the bottom, which will connect to the FX3, which I will do in a moment. There are some controls up under there. Some controls up under this door, if I can get that open. Pretty nice. And to take this microphone off, just do like that. Now this microphone holder, this XLR, this handle, was designed for, I think, Sony, Sony mics. So if you put a non-Sony mic up under there, it may not fit. I had to buy this little rubber thing and put it up under here. And once that's right there, you just take that. That kind of like fills in the void. Once you put it like that, it'll stay put. Really nice. Some people say this microphone holder, XLR handle, is cheaply made or whatever. It's plasticky. Yes, plastic, but it feels like a good quality plastic. It's fine to me. I mean, you don't want a whole lot of weight. It's fine for me. It's a little short. That's why I have this extension. I'll leave this linked in the description if you want to buy this little extender. And it matches the color of the camera. This little extension grip right here, which is nice. Okay, did I cover everything on there? It was Sony on the front. I think I pretty much covered everything on here. Now I'm going to put this on the camera. Just take it and screw it in these. Well, you just screw it in, slide it into the hot shoe first. Screw it down. Going to get this little handy tool right here. Tighten that up a bit. You don't have to go crazy with it. That's tight enough. let you see how it looks. Pretty nice. Raise this up a bit. Yeah, there we go. Pretty compact. Pretty compact. I may make this a thumbnail right here. Slide that over. Now I'm going to rig this back up, but I'm not going to. I already have a video on that. I'll leave it on a card. Let's put a battery in this. Now this is the battery that it comes with. I believe this is a 28. This is an MPF Z100. Sony NPF Z100. It's a 28. I'll put the milliamp hours on the screen. I don't want to say anything wrong. Just take that. You just take the battery. There's a spring down in there, and you can see the contacts, and you just basically just drop that in there like that. And it's in, open. You just lock that in there. That's in there. That's not going anywhere. Let's turn this bad baby on. And to open this is pretty simple. There's you can open it from right here, or you can go up top right here. Like that. Pretty nice. Now, let's talk a little bit about this menu. Let's take a look at this menu right here. Now, I've already set this up. I've set this up for menu to show my menu first. This is actually my menu. I have my menu set up and my menu 2. I actually have 2 on here. So you can just go over. I've got the things already set up. You got HD, you've got XAV, SHS 4K, XAVC S4K, XAVC SHD, XAVC SI, all intra 4K, XAVC SI HD. I primarily shoot in HD. That's my menu right there. And this is your mode right here. You can go into your mode. I have it in movie mode. You can go into manual exposure, shutter priority, aperture priority, intelligent auto. Intelligent auto, the camera basically does all the work. I shoot in manual, or I'll be shooting mostly in movie mode. I don't have an SD card in here. I do have one on deck. This is a V90 UHS 2, and this is your SD card slot. Again, these are double card slots. This camera can take 2 cards. You can do simultaneously recording. You just pop that in right there, and put that in there like that. Let's pop my lens on here. Prime lens, G Master, 24 millimeters, f1.4, full frame. A little bit of dust was on there. Oh no, got that off of there. And to put this on here, see that white dot right there? That white dot right there. You just take that, line it up with the white dot right there on the lens. Just line that up. Click. Fully articulating screen. Pretty nice. This is a really compact, nice setup right here. Look at this. Look at that. That's a nice compact setup right there. Now again, I'm going to have this rigged out. Pretty nice. Recap of this video, just a look at my new Sony FX3 Cinema line camera. And I have also prime lens G Master 24mm f1.4 on here. And this zoom rocker will only work, this zoom right here will only work in a power zoom. As you can see right there, it just says invalid with lens, but you can, got this on manual focus. You can go into the settings, and I'm going to go into the settings right now and go into my menu. Yeah, I should be in my menu. Okay, focus. Let me see your picture profile. I'm trying to find clear image zoom. Wait a minute. Optical, there we go, right there, I found it. You go into there, let me turn that down a little bit. Exposure. I have this on optical zoom, and what it's going to say, just like you saw, it's going to, just like you just saw, it's going to say invalid lens. But if you put this on clear image zoom, I've used this before on non-zoomable lenses, if you will, and it works great. You don't really, I can't see really any loss of quality now. I should zoom in now. See that? Zoom it in to 2.0 times. And this is a non-zoomable lens. So that's very nice. Now, if you have a power zoom lens like I have right here, this is a Sony 28 to 135. This is a power zoom lens. This one has a manual zoom on it. I'll link this in the description. Both of these lenses in the description, and the camera, if you want to pick one up for yourself. This lens runs about $2,500. This G Master runs about I got it for about $1,000. Brand new. But anyway, back to this lens. This is a power zoom lens. You've got manual servo right here. You put it on manual, you can zoom with this, and you put it on servo, that will allow you to use, once you put that on, that lens on servo, then that would allow you to use this zoom rocker right here, which is, again, nice. This is looking pretty good. And on this G Master lens, it has an aperture ring right here. You can control yourself. And if you put this on in auto, the camera will, there's an A right there. You may not can see it, letter A. But let me open the exposure a little bit more. But anyway, there's like a little A right there. If you click it into that position, the camera will do the adjustment, and you can do this on your, do the controls yourself when it's in manual mode. If you want this, if you want to operate this manually, you can just click this on lens, or if you want the camera to do it, you can just put it in auto with this. There's a click right here. It actually says click right here on the lens. You put that over, Now you have clips, and you can put it over into A, that red lettering, that's A. But this clicking right here, you would probably only want to use that when taking photos, because in video you wouldn't want that to be doing that, seeing your exposure changing or anything. So you can just click that back to off. And now you've got smooth control, G Master f1.4. And there's an autofocus manual selection on here. You don't have to go into the menu. And a customize, this is focus whole default, but you can customize this button in the settings. Really nice. I'm really liking this Sony FX3. I really like the top handle. And you can get this right here, this handle. I mean, something like that, something like it for the Sony A7S3, but it's not going to be secure like it is on here when you have these bolts right here holding this on here. I wouldn't even get a handle for the A7S3 because I would be afraid that it would break off of here. Very nice camera. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. If you like videos like this, hit that thumbs up button, smash it. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to my channel. It's free. Nothing comes out of your bank account. Very nice. Well, let me show you those record buttons that when you're recording, like I said I was going to do. See that? It's recording now. You got a record light right there. Got a light right there. And you have a light on the front right there. Real nice. So you'll know you're recording. The person in front of you that you're filming will know you're recording, and you will definitely know you're recording. Now you can go into the settings and turn some of these off, or turn some of them on, some of them off, or you can turn them all off. Your choice. Very nice. Stop the recording, and it goes off. Light goes off. Very nice. Very nice. Let me go into the menu. Now, through this My Menu right here. Now, through My Menu, you can go in here and customize what you want up here. So you can customize that, when you hit the menu button right here, that stuff will come up that you want to come up. So you can get quick access to it. Really nice. Let's take a look at this menu. This is menu on this camera. This firmware on here is 2.0, so this is the latest firmware. You can go in here and get quick access to your frames per second. I mostly shoot in 24p or 30p. Go to main 2. Starting to rain outside. You can get quick access to a lot of your stuff in here really quick, which is really nice. I actually like the layout of this menu better than my Sony ZV-E10's menu. It's really nice. Well, that's been a quick look at this camera. Maybe I'll do a video on the menu on here, get more in depth. But if you liked this video, consider subscribing, hit that thumbs up button. And until the next video, peace out, y'all.